Hi lovelies. Welcome back to my channel. I was running out of ideas, so we're reviewing K-pop games today. These are just games I searched up and were at least somewhat original to differentiate from each other, since a lot of them have very similar concepts. I'm also not reviewing the 𝚒𝚑𝚕𝚌𝚏𝚎 games because I find them just plain weird and low-key creepy. Anyways, disclaimer, I'm not a professional when it comes to mobile games, but these reviews are just how much fun I personally had while playing them and how well the game was made as well. This video is just for good fun, and some of these games I do play every once in a while, so let's get right into the video. I really enjoy the Superstar apps, and each one is very diverse depending on who you stand, since there is individual apps for each company. I'm very familiar with how the game works since I played BTS's version for the longest time before it was shut down, but the tutorial describes everything really well for new players. I decided to download the JYP version since I stan the most groups from that company, considering how long ago the game was released, 2016, it's kept quite updated, although the design is a bit outdated, but that's nothing big. I'm not sure about the newer Superstar games, but I'm guessing the design would look fresher and new. I will admit with Superstar games that if you download a certain company with a lot of groups that it can tend to be overwhelming, and I found the overall music selection screen very confusing to navigate, but that also can be different for other companies. But in its entirety it's a really great game. The developers keep the game updated and have lots of events to keep you entertained, including the card system as well. 10 out of 10. Would recommend for new K-pop stans and for everyone in general. Okay, so the game says that I cannot record or screenshot any content, even though Namjoon did it, but I don't feel like getting sued today. This game had so much potential, and I had pretty high expectations when it first came out, under the impression that I would be managing the members. The game holds true to that, but it's easy to tell it seems more like a dating simulator. Being more flirty with the members earns you more points, that type of stuff. Also, let's not forget the questionable text sent from some of the members. And I'm not here for that, so that threw me off. I'd say the first half of the game is pretty fun, earning cards and getting past levels, but it came to a halting stop when I couldn't get past chapter 3. I tried everything in my power, but I just couldn't do it before ultimately quitting the game. The side stories are all right and a bit questionable. I wasn't able to level up my cards enough to even complete them, so take that with a grain of salt. My favorite part of the game is definitely the soundtrack. Literally a bop after a bop, cue heartbeat. Anyways, I wouldn't really suggest this game. The graphics are nice and well developed, but the longevity isn't the greatest. I absolutely adore this game and I really recommend it. Probably out of all the games I reviewed in this video, this game is the best one. This is the type of game that I expected when I downloaded BTS World. Not only are you the manager of a K-pop group, but you own an entire entertainment company. There are so many features with this game that keeps the gameplay very enhanced. First, you hire trainees in different locations of Asia, then train them while creating your group lineup. You're able to customize the music you produce, hiring different experts to create the music while also developing your group's music video before being released to the public. There is music shows to perform on and award shows to earn trophies, growing your group's popularity. This game is so expansive where you can even design your group's light stick, assign each member's position in the group, and even have subunits as well. You can play however you want. The game has few updates, but usually each update provides new features or just bug fixes, which is very nice, meaning that the gameplay never gets boring. I will admit that it is hard at the beginning of the game to get your feet off the ground and expand your company. I still struggle to this day, but once you get the hang of things it's pretty easy sailing with some bumps in the road every once in a while. All in all, I really recommend this game for all types of stands, and this game is definitely one of my favorites. 11 out of 10. I tried reviewing this game, but I literally had no storage on my phone to re-download it. From what I remember, the game continued the storyline. I don't remember much about the actual gameplay, but I definitely do remember the amount of TikToks on my Twitter, since there's a feature to create your own story, basically episode style, and they were all hilarious. So yeah, would recommend for the great graphics and if you want to kill your storage space.
You don't know me, I will cut this bitch right now. Whoa. Come on and try it, motherfucking, I swear to God, just try it. Let me at. Come on, bitch, just try it, motherfucking, let me go. I swear to God, try it, come on, try bitch, it, come on, calm the fuck down.
The game is similar to K-pop Story, but definitely lacks in some aspects compared to the other has to offer, but has its own unique features as well. It took me like 10 minutes to name my company, so just ignore that, but I did find it quite bothersome once everything was set up how only one of my members was miles ahead of the others, and it's pretty difficult to level them up, so I ultimately ended up feeding those lacking members to other idols with high ranks. The game was fun for about the first 5 minutes, going to concerts and schedules with my group, but having to wait about 10 minutes for album sales is way too exhausting, and the timer doesn't continue when you close the app. Other than that, the game is pretty detailed. I really like the game design, and when producing music there's a bunch of concepts to pick from. The game is good, but I would prefer K-pop Story in gameplay and overall entertainment. This game is so adorable. I love the design and overall concept. I find the gameplay quite entertaining with different level modes that always have some sort of challenge to make it difficult but fun at the same time. There's a ton of events. I don't participate in them that often, but each one seems to be unique in their own way, and there is usually multiple that go on at the same time, so you can pick and choose, or do all. There's a cool character and gacha system that lets you earn characters with different power-ups and cuter outfits. All in all, this is probably my second favorite game on the list. It's kept updated quite regularly and rarely glitches. It's a great way to pass time when you have nothing to do, especially on road trips and such. 10 out of 10. This is the most recent game that was released in this list, and I really like it. It's very similar to Superstar concept-wise and is made specifically for beat artists with new features as well. I'm already a big fan of Superstar games, but the design of rhythm hype seems easier to understand. Definitely the hardest part was picking which group and member I would main. I'm glad the game allows to play other group songs as well. You just aren't able to train those idols without a pass, which isn't a big deal since you're able to collect cards from every group and earn higher scores that way. Also, another positive that I found is that every concept has cards and you're able to make them higher tiers instead of searching for them through the gacha system. Now I hope it stays like this when new albums are released, because my biggest gripe with Superstar BTS was this issue, and I ended up not playing any new albums since finding the right cards with the same concept was too much of a pain. So my fingers are crossed for this game, and so far it's really entertaining, and I do hope they add some events as well as a league system soon. Alright guys, that's the end of the video and I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments your favorite games and if you tried any in this list. See you in the next video.